Hello dear students, welcome to English class. Today we are learning about guided writing. Do you know how many guided writing questions are asked in the examination? Exactly, there are two guided writing questions that are asked in the examination, and each question carries 5 marks. Well, students, today we are learning about developing a story. And developing short skeleton story is one of the guided writing question type. Before we begin developing this story with the help of the guidelines given, let's learn about some useful tips before we begin developing this story. Okay, dear students, have a look on the board. Before we begin, we learn about some useful tips for it. Okay, so there are some tips, some useful points which we should remember before we develop a story. And at first, we need a title. Each and every article must have a title. So, for the story also, we need to have a title. And before writing a title, we should study the outlines given. And on the basis of the outlines, we should write the suitable title. But remember, do not write a single word as a title. Write at least another word to describe the word which you have already written or which you are going to write it. So after that, we need past time expression, and there are many ways of writing past time expressions, and some of the examples are once upon a time, long ago, many years ago. They are some of the example of past time expressions. And after writing past time expressions, we need to write background information or backgrounding. And it is used to make the story interesting and entertaining. And there are many ways of writing background or backgrounding. So one of them is, there was a small but beautiful. And after this, we can write according to the subject matter or according to the outline given. Another way is, there was a big and a dot. There we have to fill up after reading the outlines. Okay, students, after backgrounding, we should connect or we should link the background information with the subject matter. And while developing the story, we should use past tense. It is because the event happened in the past, and there may be present form of the verb in the outlines. There we have to change, we have to transfer them into the past tense. And there are some tips of transforming into past tense. So, have a look at the board, okay? If there is first form of the verb and the fifth form of the verb given in the outlines, we should change them into the past form of the verb, second form of the verb. But there is one exception. If there is 2 plus verb 1 in the outline, we should not change it into past tense. Similarly, if there is verb ing form given or if there is a gerund form of the verb given in the outlines, we have to add was where according to the subject and verb ing.
Good morning and namaste. I'd like to welcome to you all in my today's session. This is Ms. Sanjay. We'll be talking today on reported speech. As you all were informed, today basically I will be talking on reported speech. There are two parts in reported speech. One is direct and another is indirect. So let's have a look on the screen. There I've written, he said to me, you are my classmate today. Now this is direct speech. When we talk about the direct speech, words spoken are used exactly the same. There is no change at all, and we put the words inside within the inverted comma. We have a two clause there. The first one is just he said to me is the principal clause, and you are my classmate today is the dependent clause. And when we change this direct into indirect, we need we put there or we insert clause, another clause, that is insertion of clause that. Suppose you see that in indirect speech, he told me that, he told me said to is changed into that. Sorry, said to is changed into told. Now see there, said to is changed into told, and then I've written me there, so two clauses as I have told, and there is the insertion of another clause, that. And we focus always, like, there are three important parts we focus: person change, adverbial change, we call time expression as well, and tense change. So I was his classmate that day. That day is adverbial change. Today, that day. Dear students, before I start reported speech, you might know the types of sentences. There are 5 types of sentences: assertive sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, optative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. When we talk about the assertive sentence, it simply makes a statement that is assertive sentence. We have interrogative sentence asking some questions. There might be yes no questions, or there might be some WS questions. Similarly, when we move on to the third types of sentence, the third type of sentence is the imperative sentence. There we have a command, request, order, forbiddance, etc. And another one is optative sentence. We have a wishes, we have a bless, cause, and other. And finally, we have the exclamatory sentence. It's all about the with joy.